I got perfect attendance. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, you guys have been waiting for this video for the longest. People have been emailing me about this video like, hey, where's that video? I need it. So I'm bringing it to you guys, and hopefully you guys understand that I did so much research, so much tip writing, that I was just writing to the fact that I didn't want to leave nothing out for you guys. So hopefully when I get through with this, you guys will understand the envelope method. So yes, today I'm going to talk about the envelope method. And today this is just going to be for video purposes only. Take what you want from this video, leave what you don't, and maybe somebody else will come through and pick it up. So yeah. And most of you guys know that the envelope method is just a popular method for visualizing and maintaining a flexible budget. And this is before you start with the big old budgeting. Okay? This is where most people start. The key idea is to prioritize cash to meet separate needs and wants and all that story, and to separate categories of household expenses and all of that good stuff. So first you get these envelopes, and before we do that, I'm gonna tell you guys that it does work. I want to tell you guys that. And if you keep seeing me look down, it's because I have the whole works right here. But anyways, it does work. It can work, but you have to put it in, you have to do it in different directions or different ways that the envelope method can help you, okay? Remember the idea behind carrying a limited amount of money. Most of us hate carrying money. Most of us have debit cards. But you know, when it comes to debit cards, it comes extra spending. So that's the reason why you always have to go to an ATM machine. That's what I want to tell you guys. When it comes to envelope method, you have to make sure you go to the ATM machine and take out the money that you think you will use for until your next check. That's how the envelope method works. But if you're the type of people that you really don't trust yourself the money, you can always leave the money in the bank and just take envelopes and write down your expenses at the back of it. But when it comes to that, you have to still put like what the expense is. If you have a groceries expense, put on the back of how much you're gonna spend that month or that week on groceries, things like that. Now, when it comes to that, you also have to come to what categories you use. Now, I want to tell you guys, you can have envelopes like these. Okay? The envelopes will look like these. And I know most of you guys probably say, can you use any color envelope? That's fine and dandy. You can use the little envelopes that the cards come in. You can use the envelopes that come in the mailbox that has a bill with it. You can use those. I mean, when I started budgeting, those are what I used because I had a lot of them laying around. I used the envelopes that came with the bill because I really never sent money orders and stuff back through the mailbox. I never did that. I ain't gonna say I never will. I just haven't did it. I haven't did it yet. But first I want to tell you guys, you have about 8 or 9 envelopes, maybe 10. It just depends on how your household is ran. When I first started doing it, I had like 8 or 9 envelopes. And then I'm going to tell you guys the expenses that I felt like people would use them the most. Most people would have like beauty. Most people would have like doctor visits, random spending, medicine, groceries, clothing, and going out to eat and all that stuff. But these are mine. I had groceries, And you can put them in any color. I had clothing, of course. I had dining out, of course. And then I also had random spending, of course. And that's just for like cleaning supplies and things I needed for the house. And also I had phone bill and accessories. And when I say phone bill plus accessories, that's basically meaning chargers, earphones, the little Alexa, and all of that stuff went in here. Plus my phone bill. So if I spend all my money on accessories, you know what's getting cut off? My phone. So yeah. Also I had for medicine, also my medical insurance, life insurance, and all of that stuff came out of here. As well as me buying medicine from the store went out of here. If I had to go to CVS and pick up a prescription and had to pay a copay, it came out of this envelope. So yeah. Also credit cards, payments coming out of here. Like I said, your envelope could be set up anyway. Also, this is my biggest one that I had majority of the time, which was the car duties. Like insurance, cars, maintenance, oil, all of that stuff. And this was sometimes my biggest envelope ever, compared to groceries, compared to doctor visits. This was my biggest one. Because your car could become the most expensive thing ever. And also, this is what my insurance, my car insurance, my gas, all this stuff came out of. So if my insurance took up majority of my money, which sometimes it usually does, especially when I don't pay it like I supposed to, cause you know insurance really don't be on you hard like that. But I usually pay my insurance at least twice a month if I have the money. Sometimes I pay it once a month, which I hate to do that, but I do. Then sometimes my maintenance fees kind of go on the next paycheck, and that's the way I usually work. But you know, oil is like $40 some now. So yeah, that's basically how I do it. So like I said, you guys, it really don't take them many envelopes. You can also write it in different colors. You can also paint the tip like different colors. That's what I did. Because usually when my bill came, I usually just stick it in each envelope, and then that's how I do that. Also, when I get a receipt from, like if I had groceries, if I had a grocery receipt, I stick it in there. So that's how I do my money. Also, I usually have a bank envelope, so if I get like extra cash that I need to take to the bank, which usually I take cash out, I start over every month. So I take the cash that I have left over out of here because, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. But I know I'm kind of flash back on myself, whatever the word is. I don't know the word. I'm a contradict. I'm a kind of contradict myself when I go through and tell you guys all the tips I got for you guys, because and the tip that I got for you guys is telling you guys that you can always it's called roll over, meaning any money you have left over at the end of each month, it can go over to the next month. But I want to tell you guys, I don't do that. So if I have like any extra change left or any coins left, I usually put it in my piggy bank, or I usually wrap it up and take it back to the bank. And then this is where I come home, but I feel like I do all of my calculations and stuff while I'm cleaning out the envelopes. Just because I don't feel like that you should have where everything rolls over. Because to me it was kind of hard to where my money rolled over, because I figured if it rolled over, that means I have more spending to do. And that's not the way I wanted to do my budgeting, especially if I was on a strict payment plan, okay? So yeah. But to set up an envelope, you decide whichever category you want to put on your envelopes. I chose these because I use them the most. And like I told you guys in like earlier budgeting videos, I am probably going back to these. But you also have to make sure you go to the bank. I do want to mention that a lot. Make sure you go to the bank. If you don't go to the bank, then that's how it's kind of going to get thrown off. You have to make sure you go to the bank and withdraw the cash at the beginning of the month. Organize your envelopes with each category. Take the envelopes with you whenever you are going shopping. Like I told you guys in earlier videos, you're going to have envelopes lying everywhere. You're going to have them in your car. You're going to have them in your purse. You're going to have them everywhere. Most people go to the bank and get those small envelopes, which to me those work, but they don't work efficiently. Because you have to put on the back of each envelope your expenses, what you have to do that month or something, or just slide a piece of paper in there, or a piece of paper like this, or a piece of copying paper telling you about your expenses. If you just don't want all your information on the back, because there's some nosy people in this world. Stop spending money you run out of. Okay, don't overspend, because when you get done, you have to go back and look at all this stuff and see, did you take care of every expense you had. And when you do these envelopes has to be done monthly. So yeah, these had to be done monthly. If you don't get paid like a full month like teachers do, you can do them weekly. But also remember, it's easier to start every Sunday. Every Sunday is when your money should hit the bank, when it should clear and all that stuff, and you know exactly how much you got in the bank. If you need to deposit any money, make sure you do it on Monday. So by next Sunday, you'll know what you need to do. So yeah. And then on the Sunday, that you make sure it's all, on Monday when you make sure it's all deposit, you should go back at, Monday night when you get off, and then see, look at your bank accounts and all of that. Like I said, it do tell you to roll leftover money to the next month. To me, I don't do that. Any money left over, honestly, you guys, I just stick it straight into my savings account. If I don't spend it, if I'm not gonna spend it throughout the month, I'm not gonna spend it next month. So I just go ahead and put it in my savings account. And that's honestly how you build your savings account up faster. If you don't use the money, why try to save it till next month and spend it? But if you do know how to do that, always remember, if you do the rollover method, that means you just need to cut back on whatever you take out the bank. So yeah. Another thing, like everything else, it do has its disadvantages. And I know most of you guys have been waiting on me to mention the disadvantages. I know. But it is some disadvantages I want you guys to take in consideration when you are doing the envelope method. Before I tell you guys that, if you have any more questions about the envelope method, you could always leave them below in the comment section. I'll be able to answer them. Or if you need me to do a more in-depth video, let me know. And just tell me what you want me to go in depth about. But hopefully I told you guys everything you need to know. If I needed to leave some vocabularies, I'll tell you guys. Somewhere in this video, it'll be posted some vocabulary words or some definitions I wanted you guys to actually take heed to. But like I said, with everything that you think is good, it's always come with its disadvantages. And when you when you're doing the envelope method, it does have some advantages. For one, it's tough to get the whole family to agree with it. Just like if you have a spouse, it's tough for your spouse to say, hey, we have to stick to this amount so our family won't be struggling. But like I tell you guys, when I have my family, all these budgeting tips I do plan on implementing them in my family. No ifs or ands or buts about it. because I feel like this is how I stayed out of majority of my debt. And debt I do have is just credit card debts, and that's on me because I was greedy. That's on me. And I was trying to fit in with the Joneses, and I thought I was cool with my credit card. But now I have bills, so yeah, this is when I start budgeting heavy. And I want to tell you guys, sometimes we put more on ourselves than God do because we just greedy sometimes, okay? But I want to tell you guys, it will be tough to get everybody in your family to agree, especially when it comes to little kids and they want toys. And when your kids want toys, that's when the extra spending and all that stuff come in. And then when they want like McDonald's and all that stuff, you got to remember that when the kids want McDonald's and stuff, that cuts back on your dining out. And I know most of us, we have these monthly or weekly dates with our significant other, and you have to understand that those also comes out of your dining out. Nothing comes out of groceries unless you actually get up and go to a grocery store. That's the only thing you could take out of groceries. If you go to the grocery store and get some peppers, take it out. If you go to a store and get bread, take it out of groceries. Remember that. You must go to the bank or the ATM machine to withdraw the cash. And somewhere I told you guys you could leave the cash in and just write on the back of the envelope what your expense is. But sometimes that becomes overwhelming and you guys just want to spend, spend, spend. So to me, actually going to the bank, physically having the cash in your hand, physically putting it in the envelope, looking on the back of the envelope to actually see how much you have and how much you can spend is easier than just carrying around a credit card and just doing it that way. And plus you can also have these envelopes where you can put your receipts and things in, so you can keep account of how much you need to put in to actually have enough to have groceries and all of that stuff. Even when you pay it, I also like when you pay like your credit card payments and all of those things off, make sure you put it up in this envelope, and then you keep track on how much you need to pay the bill off and all of that stuff. Getting started can be very confusing. That's the reason why I tell you guys, if you guys need extra assistance, let me know in the comment section. I'll be able to help you guys. Also, majority of the credit cards and banks, they usually give you a rewards. When it comes to this, you will not get the credit card rewards. That is the downfall to most of it. Unless you do decide to keep your money in the bank and just do the expenses on the back of the envelope. But other than that, you won't have the credit card rewards. And at first when I started doing it, my bank used to give me rewards if I used the credit card, I think 10 times. Then they'll give me like 100, 200 rewards, and I could use it to get gifts and stuff. But to me, that's not really necessary, because if you save up a lot of money, you can go get it. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. Hopefully this video helps you guys. Hopefully this is the video that kind of opens up your mind about budgeting, kind of helps you ease into budgeting. I know, honestly, I feel like I'm going to go back to this part of budgeting, because it was this method, because it was easier for me to budget. So yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do. Because the one I have now, I have to do my calculations and do all this stuff, and I ain't got time for that. Especially when I'm on the go. Okay? I'm not going to do it. But, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section of more videos you guys would like to see. Like I said, I am doing subscriber request videos. You guys know that already. So yeah. Hopefully you guys have seen those. And honestly, those are the videos that get most of my views, is my subscriber request videos. And I like that, because they tell me you guys are enjoying my videos. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great day, a great week. Whenever you are watching this, have a great weekend. Stay out of trouble, because I want to see you guys back here next time. Be blessed, guys.